I am here to talk to you a bit about The Ohio State University. On the next slide, you'll see that Ohio State is one of the largest and most comprehensive universities in the country, with more than 47,000 undergraduate students enrolled in 15 colleges across the campus. And what that means is we're going to talk about how those features connect to you as you think about Ohio State. With more than 200 majors, 1,400 student organizations, and an alumni network of close to 600,000 living alumni, the footprint of Ohio State is pretty expansive. On the next slide, the heart and the soul of our institution are the faculty that really work and engage with students, whether it's in the classroom or thinking about research. People often think of Ohio State as research. We are a research engine in the state of Ohio and across the world, but certainly we're proud of the distinction of also being focused on undergraduate teaching. And we break down all of these academic programs into smaller classes and majors to be able to help students focus on their interests. So we take these 47,000 students and spread them across hundreds of majors and 500 minors and specializations. On the next slide, we want to talk about the opportunities that our students can take advantage of beyond going to class and the learning that happens there. We know that students don't come understanding exactly what they want to study. Often we don't really talk about students being undecided. We talk about them being multi-interested. And I imagine as high school students, you're finding that you have a lot of different interests. And that's what a place like Ohio State really helps students thrive, because you can create your own path of putting together this unique combination of all of our various programs. At the center of that is our academic advising. And so being able to think about how we can help guide you on your path to be able to find internships or do research that'll enhance your classroom academic experience. On the next slide, I want to talk about the fact that finding your passion may mean enhanced academic opportunities. We have a great honors and scholars program for students who want to take that additional challenge and really think about how they can have additional focus in their academic experience. We were one of the first universities to create what's called a second year transformational program, or STEP, where students, all of our second year students, are eligible to be able to receive funding to do an internship, research, or education abroad, so that we give you that stair step into connecting the information that you've learned in your first 2 years and then transitioning into your major areas of interest. We have an extensive student life program, and that really is the hallmark of the student experience at Ohio State. 1,400 student organizations that really tap all kinds of student interests. We are, of course, well known for our school spirit and the traditions of Ohio State, and that's really what brings students to our campus. But we also think a lot about how can students develop skills that through participation in student organizations, and that really is a way that we can help students find their passion. Living on campus is a big part of our community. The first 2 years are also required at Ohio State for students to live in the residence halls and be engaged in the community. But our off-campus housing is within steps of our campus. So we're surrounded by students who are technically living off campus, but they're all right there in the area. We have a lot of students who participate in learning communities or scholars programs. These are small communities that are focused on particular interests. So you are living together with students who have those similar interests. On the next slide, you'll see that Ohio State and our identity in Columbus really helps the student experience. And part of the reason why students, particularly from all across Ohio, small towns in Ohio, as well as the country, choose Ohio State because they love Columbus and all that Columbus can offer. Many people don't know we're the 14th largest city in the country. And what that means is certainly a lot of extracurricular and internship opportunities, state government, Fortune 500 companies, but it's a great place to be a student. Part-time jobs, great places to eat, like we were talking about with Nashville, and places that attract business and industry. The most recent was Intel, that dedicated $20 billion to build 2 state-of-the-art computer chip facilities within 20 minutes of our campus. So you can imagine part of their choice of Ohio State was because of that connection. On the next page, we are an institution that utilizes the Common Application. Our application opens August 1st. We have an early action deadline of November 1st. And I draw this out because it's important, because there are certain things that are important to you to be able to meet that early action deadline. So these are the sort of things, as you're thinking about your college search process, many of our institutions have particular deadlines for application plans that help lead you to scholarships or other opportunities. Through our holistic review process, we also are looking at your academic history and thinking about who you are as a person outside the classroom as reflected in your essays, your activities, your awards and recognition. On the next slide, I just want to kind of call out a few of those things where the early action deadline matters. So thinking about being considered for university merit scholarships in some of our engagement programs. On the next slide, just calling out our commitment to affordability, and certainly as a public institution, that is important to be able to think about that for our Ohio residents. But we do offer for students who come from outside the state of Ohio, merit scholarships, need-based aid, grants, other grants, and loans and work study. On the last slide, we are here for you. Here are some important contacts and other ways that you can be engaged virtually